2019 Subaru Forester car review. As we type this, Subaru is chasing its 82nd consecutive month of year-over-year sales growth. This may come as no surprise to the people of us who live and are employed in Car and Driver's hometown of Ann Arbor, Michigan, where it would appear that every other car is undoubtedly an Outback. But it perhaps can serve as an explanation for why the revolutionary 2019 Subaru Forester looks similar to the one it replaces, despite riding over a new platform, wearing new sheet metal, and playing host to some segment-first technology. The good points of 2019 Subaru Forester: standard active safety technology, improved ride and handling, spacious interior. The bad points of 2019 Subaru Forester: could use more power, competitors are plusher, CV-only powertrain. But while there's a lot of continuity inside the 2019 Forester, we're also detecting some drift. A brand name once conjured images of rally racing is currently more synonymous with trips for the grocery store. Along with this new generation, the Forester has lost both its manual transmission as well as its available turbocharged engine, without signs that either is likely to make a return. Instead, Subaru is hyper-focused on safety and practicality. Thus that it was with a twinge of sadness in the passing of one of the last manual transmission SUVs that people began our drive with the Forester, now powered exclusively with a 182 horsepower 2.5-liter flat-four mated into a continuously variable automatic transmission CVT. But that sadness didn't last, because Subaru does a commendable job bringing new technology and improved driving dynamics towards the Forester. Much of these dynamic improvement could be attributed to your Forester riding on Subaru's new global platform. This underpins the Impreza. The new platform is more rigid compared to previous one, and it also helps the Forester feel solid and composed over bumps and through corners. Subaru also claims that the newest platform has produced the Forester quieter. There were no rattles over rough roads or rumblings through the engine compartment during our drive, but wind and tire noise still penetrate the cabin at higher speeds. The engineers in addition have worked to shrink enough time between steering inputs along with the car's response. Therefore, the Forester steering feels quick and direct, though it is almost totally short of feedback. The Forester's CVT just isn't as droning as being the worst degrees of its kind, and yes, it often emulates a 7-speed automatic with stepped gear ratios. The transmission effectively keeps the Forester in their torque band, and good initial throttle response ensures that you might be all the way on the end with the highway on-ramp prior to deciding to realize the Forester doesn't always have much within the way of raw power. That insufficient motivation may have enthusiasts calling for any brawnier engine, but Subaru says it'll wait for feedback from actual customers, not armchair critics, before it decides to change the Forester's powertrain lineup. It sees you. Subaru is apparently figuring that almost all pros within this segment are more interested in what's in the cabin than what's within the hood. To that end, rear seat legroom is increased by 1.4 inches compared towards the previous model. The rear door opening is wider, for better ingress and egress, as well as the cargo opening is 5.3 inches wider, making it easier to handle big loads. The seats are actually redesigned to more evenly distribute pressure. The interior materials aren't quite as sumptuous as those within the Mazda CX-5, however the cabin feels spacious, comfortable, and well suited to long drives. There's fashionable surfeit of safety technology, an essential ingredient to get a successful family vehicle. Subaru's eyesight bundle of features, such as automated emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, and lane departure warning, has become standard in every single Forester. A new system called Driver Focus is standard on top-of-the-line touring models. It uses facial recognition technology to follow the driver's eye movements and may sound alerts should the pilot appears drowsy or looks away on the road. The system also can recognize nearly 5 different drivers, all of which will automatically set the seating position and climate control to your recognized driver's preferences. Luddites might prefer the newest Sport trim, without face-watching software, but does come standard having a Sport Sharp driving mode. Other designs have only a Sport mode that alters throttle response and holds low transmission ratios longer. The Sport trim also comes which has a smattering of black and orange interior and exterior accents, LED fog lights, and push-button start, among other pursuits. The 2019 Forester hits dealer lots on October 1st. Of course, if Subaru's recent past is any indicator, it's going to be a quick success. There are certainly cars from the Forester segment which might be more engaging to push, but it is hard to fault Subaru for building for the tastes of the company's new clientele, particularly if it has executed the position so well. We may be sorry to discover Subaru's mission changing, but that is only because we are really not the ones cashing the checks.